Are you ready for some randomness? If so, I can deliver today. Today I am doing the 25 random things about me tag, and this is pretty easy because I consider myself to be pretty random. I could probably do 100 100 plus random things about me, but I'm gonna give you 25 today, and I'm gonna try to rattle these off quickly. I'm a cat person. I'm not a dog person. But it looks like we're gonna have to get a dog because my boys want a dog. I don't like how dogs are just so. Oh! You walk in the door and they're. Lick him, lick him, lick him, lick him. I like cats who just hide and they sit. Black is my favorite color, although they say that's not really a color, but black is my favorite. When I was in high school, my carpet was black, my car was black, my clothes were predominantly black. Yeah, I'm an only child. Just me. I don't think that's weird or random, but whenever I tell people I'm an only child, oh, really? That's usually what I get. So I guess that's kind of weird and random, but yeah, I'm the only one. And in my family, I was the only child. This kind of probably goes along with being an only child, but when I was a kid, I used to practice getting married. I used to put a little thing over my face and I would walk. And guess what? I would cry, like real tears, and I was little, I'd cry. And I didn't know all the vows, but I would just like make up something and then I say, I do. And I would cry. And then I would back up and I do the whole thing. Wipe the tears, back up and do the whole thing over and over and over and over. Yeah. To piggyback on that, I also wrote a letter to my kids when I was about 12 and told them, to my future kids, I love you. I can't wait to have you. I love Prince. I posted a video about attending Prince's final concert that he held here in Atlanta. Love him. I'll leave that video in the description box below. I used to be a teacher. I am writing a novel. I'm working on my manuscript right now. It has been a doozy of an experience. I have made plenty of mistakes, but I am loving the process and I'm growing from it, and I will finish. My favorite movies are Goonies, Poetic Justice, Titanic, Purple Rain, and I also like Rudy. But I love Goonies. Love Goonies. Anytime Goonies comes on, I watch it. And Titanic. Anytime Titanic is on, as long as they haven't hit the iceberg, I will watch it because I love it. But when they hit the iceberg, I just can't. My nickname from my grandfather was Turtle Bait. Turtle Bait because I was so small. I was born prematurely, so he said, she's small enough to be turtle bait. My papa called me Turtle Bait. I weighed 4 pounds and 1 ounce and I was born at 4:01 a.m. I think. I'm gonna double check. I remember seeing that on my birth certificate when I was a kid. 4 pounds and 1 ounce and 4:01 a.m. I'm gonna check to be sure before I authorize this video. I was a color guard in high school. You know, sometimes they call them flag girls, twirling the flag. And my senior year, I did not drop my flag at all. Not one time. That was my goal. I'm not dropping my flag. And I didn't. I know, it's random. I am a mass media arts major, right? And I just said earlier that I was a teacher. Well, I did not go to a 4-year university to become a teacher. I became a teacher through a, what do you call this? A teacher alternative program. I did the classes and everything, but I did the classes while I was teaching, and I became certified by the state, legit, But prior to that, I went to a university to study mass media arts, which was radio, television, film. I sent in an audition tape to the Real World because I really wanted to be on a reality show back then. I wanted to be on Real World. I did not appear on Real World, obviously, um, but I did have a sort of a real world experience without the cameras because I participated in the Walt Disney World college program, and it was super cool because I had 5 roommates in a 3-bedroom apartment on Disney property, and we worked for Disney and took business classes from Disney, and it was really cool because the whole apartment complex was filled with college program students, and it was one of the coolest things I have ever done. I loved it. When I was a part of the Walt Disney World College program, my roommates and I were sitting around one day and we were talking about, what do you want to do after graduation? What do you want to be when you grow up? And everyone just kind of went around and said what they wanted to do. And I said, I just want to have fun for the rest of my life. I just want to have fun for the rest of my life. But on a deeper level than that, I definitely wanted to get into film and writing. And that to me was fun. And whatever it was that I decided to do as a career path, I just simply meant that I just want to enjoy my life. Whatever I do, I want to enjoy all facets of my life. I want the whole thing to just be enjoyable. I eat one food at a time. So for example, I can have a plate of, let's say, chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans. I start with my least favorite. So I would start with the green beans, and then I'd probably go to the chicken, and then I'd end with the mashed potatoes. And I don't think about it, I just do it. I think my dad eats that way, and I think my grandfather ate that way. That's just what I do. And it's not a problem until it's Thanksgiving, and then, or Christmas. And I have to tell myself to, because, yeah. And I typically drink at the end like a little kid. I typically save my beverage for the end or the beginning. I may drink a little at the beginning when they bring it out, but then I don't drink while I eat. I'll drink again afterwards. I like to do things by myself. I love to go to the movies alone. I can go to a theme park alone. I can shop. I definitely shop alone. I can go to breakfast, lunch, or dinner alone. I can vacation by myself. I can take trips by myself. I don't have a problem doing things alone, and for a lot of people that is really strange. I love to read, and as a lot of people love to read, but I just think for people who love to read, it's important to say, I love to read. When I was a kid, I used to stack books on my bed and go through them, and I've started getting back into reading. Well, I didn't start. I am back into reading. For a long time, I didn't read so much because I was just so busy doing other things. And you know, with the start of this channel, I shared why I started the channel and getting back into those things that I love, and reading has been one of them, and it has just been wonderful. Yes, I love to read. I have been told by a couple people that when I talk, I'm really calming. I don't feel calming, but I've been told by people, oh, your voice is so calming. You are so calming. But I also know that at times my sort of laid backness can also be annoying. I remember before I went away to college, my mom was like, you're going to college tomorrow. She's like, you are just, what did she say? I was really not unconcerned. She's like, you are so unconcerned. And I don't consider myself to be an unconcerned person, but I think that sometimes it can be annoying if people want you to get really worked up, or they want you to respond a certain way, or they want you to be, and you're just like, okay. That can be annoyingly chill. I listen more than I talk. But I talk to myself a lot. Do you talk to yourself? I talk to myself. My husband talks to himself, and I can hear him. Like sometimes he like, and I'm like, what did you say? And I'm just messing with him because I know he's talking to himself. He's like, can you hear me? And I'm like, yeah, I can hear you. I have the worst handwriting. It's pretty bad. If I don't form certain letters, when I go back to read it, I will not be able to read it. And I've had that happen where I go back at my own writing and say, what is this? I don't like mellow, chill music, like neo soul. Now, I do like to listen to jazz. I do like to listen to jazz in the car at times, especially with the kids, and in the mornings, you know, I like to play our contemporary Christian radio station. But I like boom, 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 boom. I'm a huge talk radio fan. I listen to some of everybody on talk radio. I'll tell you who I like. I listen to people with contrasting views, because when there's a issue going on, I like to hear from this side, and I also like to hear from that side, because it is very interesting to me how far to the left or to the right they are, and they're saying opposite things, and they really believe in what they're saying, and they're saying two different things. So it's just interesting to me, because I'm the type of person who likes different perspectives. So I like Neil Boortz before he got off the radio, but I loved him on the radio so much I have to mention him. I used to listen to Sean Hannity, but after my second pregnancy, I don't know, during my second pregnancy, I think it may have been my third pregnancy. I think it was my second one. He just became annoying to me, and so I just haven't listened to him since. I love Clark Howard. I love Dave Ramsey. Here in Atlanta, I love Derek Bozeman. I love Rashad Ritchie. I listen to Al Sharpton from time to time. I like Dr. Slaughter here in Atlanta. Oh, man. I also listen to Glenn Beck sometimes. Sully, locally here in Atlanta on 640, The Sully Show. And I think that's it. Ooh, there's a Real Estate 101 show in Atlanta on 1380, but my stations are 1380, which is, my stations here in Atlanta are 1380, 640, and 750. And I love talk radio. Love it. I also used to listen to Michael Savage, and I don't know how to find him now. Or maybe I used to listen to him because he came on pretty late here. But I liked him also. I'm a steak and potato girl all the way. So those are my 25 random things. I thought that this would be a fun video for you to get to know me. Now, I want to know one random thing about you, because I have plenty more randomness that I could put on this list, but I don't want to keep you all day. So let me know something that's random about you, and then I will see if that's something that is also random about me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be happy, live full, love life. Have a happy, blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I'm a pretty good impersonator, but I don't do it in front of people. I think I'll come off pretty serious for some reason. I'm funny late at night when I'm being silly.